What is going on, everybody? Welcome to a very special build. This is a banger $1,200 budget build that really kind of the purpose of this stream is not only to build this really cool budget build, but the fact is that what this build actually cost is actually closer to $1,400, but because of the combo up savings, what we actually ended up spending was only $1,200.07. And so the combo deals end up saving you a bunch of money, and it's one of those things that I just think that people forget about because they start saying, well, I need a Z890 board, and what they're doing is they're going through and looking at the least expensive Z890 board, when in the end they could get something like we have, which is an ODYSSEY Elite, which is a nice motherboard, but because of the combo up savings, you end up with something a little bit nicer, and you end up with like the extra, it's Wi-Fi 7 and all that sort of stuff, and you end up with the extra bonus because you've used the combo savings. And so huge shout out to Newegg, who they didn't sponsor this stream, so let's be clear. What they sponsored is the video, the cut down that we're gonna do of it. So this is the exact same PC we just did. So we're using a Fractal Pop Air. You can see here's a Gigabyte Z890. And look, it's here, it says right here, combo up savings $60. And then you go down here and I chose a Corsair RMX power supply. I end up saving $15 just because it's on sale, and then another $5 because I comboed. Here's my Intel Core Ultra 7 that I ended up saving $50 on. So that takes it to $248. And then I go down here and here's my Crucial Pro overclocking. This is the 32 Gregs of DDR5 6400. And I'm saving $5 there. And then that's kind of it. So this build is almost $1,300, and it's actually $120 more, but because I comboed those things up, what I'm getting is a $1,350-ish build for $1,200, which, I mean, that's the difference between something like, instead of getting a Core Ultra 7, you might get a Core Ultra 5. Let's start and walk through the parts again, and I'll tell you about why I like what we kind of put together. So we're gonna start with this right here. This is the Intel Core Ultra 7 265K. There's a lot of power you get in this, specifically when we talk about productivity, that this thing really does do. And where it really specializes is in things like multitasking, Adobe Premiere, just in multi-threaded applications, if you're doing AI, all those sort of things. These are things where this chip ends up being really awesome. For the motherboard, we're not going cheap. This is the Gigabyte Z890 ODYSSEY Elite Wi-Fi, good MOBO, which is awesome. And at the same time, you also end up with all the benefits that come with having Z890, which is pretty rad. Let's talk about our GPU. We are going all Intel. And this one right here, this is the Intel ODYSSEY Arc B580. This is at $299. Yes, $299. So this is a near MSRP GPU. It is in stock at Newegg. It was as of yesterday, so I did check. For our storage, now again, we're trying to keep the budget. We're trying to keep this low cost. So we're using the G50, the T-Force G50. This is a Gen 4 NVMe drive. So jumping over to RAM, we're going to be using Crucial. So this is a 32 gig kit, DDR5, 6400 mega transfer. This is also Core Ultra 200S boost approved. So in other words, you can use Core Ultra 200S boost for cooling. Because this is air cooled and it's still a Core Ultra 7, we are going to give this a lot of quality air cooling. This is the Thermalright Phantom Spirit 120 SE ARGB. And then finally for power, we're going to do an RM750E. And then finally, the Fractal Pop Air. So the Fractal Pop Air, kind of another one of those like budget bangers, comes with 3 fans. There are all of our parts. Let's grab our MOBO here. Okay, here we go, guys. Popping this in. Okay, so we got our board, our thing in here. Okay, so let's zoom out a little bit. We're gonna put in our M.2 now. Now this one comes with a sticker. Look at it, there's the sticker. It's a thermal sticker. Okay, so we gotta be non-shaky when we do this. I don't want somebody to be like, Robey put my sticker on upside down, that jerk. I'm very focused on this, guys. That looks pretty good. Boom. One thing that's interesting about these RAM sticks, usually you take the sticker and you point the sticker towards the center of the CPU, but this one, they actually go the other way. So when I install these, they're gonna go like this. We got RAM in, we got storage in, we got CPU installed. It's time to install the cooler. Ooh. Oh, this must weigh like 6 ounces. Oh, okay. Gonna put all this stuff out of the way. We're gonna take off our little stickies. Very rarely do I actually get to use like the sticker part because like we always take these apart. You think the cooler needs to be taller? I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had some more CPUs I would call her. Look how the RAM like basically goes right up. It's almost like it was meant to be this way. Like there's additional aerodynamic airflow here. Looks good. We got it all done there, guys. Now it's time to strip the case. First thing we're gonna do is take off the sticker. I'm also gonna get some blackheads taken care of here. Do I need to take the front panel off? No, but I just do it because it's habit, guys. Time to get this build inside of the case. That's exactly how the song went, by the way. Okay, build is in. Okay, I'm just gonna run all this stuff through the back here. B580 is not an old GPU. B580 is a beautiful GPU. And it's a great, great budget GPU. 12 gigs for 299 bucks. It's kind of like the most solid option from a budget standpoint. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take our USB 3. We're gonna go on this side actually, because I can't see on the other side. It's gonna come around right here. Ooh, this might not work. I think if I do really wide, it'd probably be fine. Let's try this. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's about where we're gonna be able to go there. Luckily, that'll be covered more than likely by the GPU, maybe not. And then power is gonna go right down here. Did I do it right? Yeah, I did it right. That's where it goes. There's the power. I load that connector. Okay, so we got 3 fans back here. I'm gonna come over to your side, Brian. I'm gonna flip this around. We're gonna work on solving this conundrum. It's a conundrum that has been plaguing the world for the ages, since the dawn of man. And that is, how do we daisy chain all this crap? Okay, let me know, we need to know down in the comments or in the chat, do you want to see Robeytech daisy chain in Daisy Dukes? I know you guys are just dying to see my hourglass figure. No, please no. Okay, so we got all the cables done, so let's get the cable management. Now, guys, GPU time. Nice little small GPU. There we go, nice little peel there. Boom. There we go. Looks good in there. Fully modular PSU time, guys, and then we are turning this PC on. Oh, whoa. Okay, color me surprised. RM750E. Look at the cables. Dude, $99, and we're talking about cables that are on par with the Asus cables. Look at that, I did not know. And, and they have cable combs. Dude, all of them have, okay, so all of them have cable combs. That's pretty cool. Whoa, that stinks. I know I say this every time, but do not screw them all the way down. Just get them all started. And then once you have all the screws in, then tighten it. By the way, can we give a nice shout out to Brian? Because honestly, he does such a good job of making sure you guys can see everything. Do you guys like the fact that we have like a live camera person here? Making like the shots look good and the show look good. Can we just give a shout out to Brian? Because dude, I think the quality of the actual stream has gone way up since we've had him as our shooter, yeah? There we go. Okay, let's seal it up. Seal it up. Okay, let's turn this on. 3, 2, 1. Oh, look at that. Just so you guys know, package temp is 70-ish right now, which is no problem. So I'll just show you that real quick. See, like right now we're running at 73, 75, 77, 75. So no issues whatsoever with temps here. even with under air cool. So this is gonna have no problem doing it. There's the airflow. You can see some of it coming out of the top, but it just feeds directly into the two. There you go, guys. The GPU is the Intel Arc B580. So we're gonna go graphics. We'll do ray tracing. We're gonna do ray tracing ultra. We're gonna use XE super sampling, so XESS. Leave it at high. Videos at 2560 by 1440. So let's see how this runs. This is ray tracing ultra 1440p with an Intel Arc B580 at 1440p, a $299 GPU. And it is running 70, 40, there it is, 4754. So again, this is ray tracing ultra. So again, we're really kind of pushing this here. This is a $299 GPU here, and we're running 50 to sub 60 frames. So again, you probably should run, you could probably do ray trace medium here, but yeah, with XESS, you're getting close to 60 FPS at 1440p. Now, at 1080p, this would have no problem, but at 1440p, that's impressive for a $299 GPU. Okay, so let's go to settings here. Now let's just change it down to ray tracing medium. So we're gonna try this one more time. Let's just see ray tracing medium. I guess this time you'll probably be north of 60. So there you go, now you're north of 60, which is great. So there you go, 60 FPS right there. And so ray tracing medium, and now you're running 60 butter smooth 60 frames per second. I mean, guys, this is a $1,200 PC running 1440p ray tracing medium. Not 1080p, this is 1440p. Okay, so let's jump over to Hogwarts. So we're at Ultra, 2560 by 1440. It's using XESS quality with frame gen. So we have frame gen on. Let's just go in there and see how this runs. So this is the default settings it did. So we're gonna play my second character, which I was playing yesterday. And let's see what we get from a frame standpoint. On the left, you can see it's 110 with frame gen, 58. So we're getting sub 60 without frame gen. But you can actually definitely see, like, this is like, it's running well, right? If you wanted to play and enjoy frame generation. If you didn't, you're gonna need to go, you're gonna need to dial settings back. But if we wanted to, what we could do, we'll go to high. XESS, we'll do quality. Actually, we'll do balanced. We'll turn frame generation off. There we go. So now we're just 60 to 70, here we are, 70, 80 frames per second. This is no frame gen, this is just using XESS, and we now have no frame gen. So again, all we had to do is go down to high settings from ultra settings, and there you go. You don't even need to use frame gen. Let's check out Indiana Jones in the Great Circle now. Okay, let's go and look at our options. Let's see what it's set here. So it's running 1920, we'll run to 2560 by 1440. We'll go, let's do high. Okay, we'll just leave it at high. So we're getting 62 frames per second right here. This is at high settings. 69 frames, 70. So it's staying north of 70. This is native, by the way. No upscaling. So there you go. You can see 66, 63, 64. And this is Indiana Jones. This is definitely one of the more demanding titles. And here you are, looking 1440p. This is running this game no problem. 67, 70 frames per second at high. So there you go. That's pretty awesome. Thank you so much. Again, thank you so much to Newegg and Intel for sponsoring the video that's going to be coming out of this live stream, and for giving us the parts for giving away this PC. Anyway, guys, have an absolutely amazing day. We are back on Thursday for both another build stream, and we have Elden Ring Night Rain that's going on that night as well. Have an amazing night, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye, guys.